Hello, guys, and welcome. We will be looking at some important questions that are being asked for MEP orals, and it's important to go through the questions in order to answer them correctly. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, the first kind of questions are the introductions and the specifications. The specifications of the main engine, the auxiliary engine, the type of the main engine used on your ship, its nomenclature, the type of governor used on ship, the type of boiler, purifier, compressor, incinerator, steering gear, bow thruster, oily water separator, the power of ship, the type of bunker, oil consumption, lube oil consumption, major overhaul carried on board, and what was your contribution. We move on to the engine definitions. Main engine nomenclature. What is stroke to bore ratio and the significance? The advantages of a super long stroke. Define viscosity index. Define aromaticity and its significance. What is octane number and what is cetane number? What is fatigue stress? What is de-emulsification? The types of stresses, fatigue and its types, the possible locations on ship. What is servo motor? What is creep? What is critical speed? What is super long stroke? What is an ultra long stroke? What is clover leafing? Name the components of the main engine. Which parts are prone to tensile or tension forces in engine? For the main engine as well as the auxiliary engine. The constructional differences between main and auxiliary engine. What are the bed plate types? How is bed plate mounted on tank top? Bed plate material. What is a composite bed plate? Purpose of chocks. Explain installation. Checks which type of chocks on your ship. What are the advantages of resin chocks? What is acoustic embrittlement? Where are chocks fitted on newly built main engine? Types of crankshafts. Material and advantages. Shrinkage allowance. Which type of crankshaft was used on your ship? What is a semi-built crankshaft? Crankshaft and flywheel. Connection between crankshaft and flywheel. Chain drive and gear drive. Advantages and disadvantages. How to know chain is slacking. The procedure for tightening of chain. Cam to crank ratio with reasoning. Explain main engine and auxiliary engine and crankshaft drive. Number of sprockets. What is tie rod, its construction, function, the material of the tie rod, and why are they pre-tensed? Stuffing box construction. Position. Types of rings in stuffing box. Ring condition checks. Why spring is fitted on scrapper ring. Main engine diaphragm. Air start line safeties. What are interlocks in main engine and auxiliary engine? The working of turning gear and reverse direction interlock. What is thrust block? Where thrust block is fitted and the clearance values. What is the working of the thrust block, thrust pad types, and how to take thrust block clearance. How thrust is passing from main engine to the hull. Axial vibration damper in main engine. What are detuners? Its working/use, location. What is effective delivery stroke in auxiliary engine? Fittings on generator cylinder head. Why inlet valve of auxiliary engine is bigger than the exhaust. Why tool spring in auxiliary engine and inlet valve. What is rotocap? Construction and its working. Maintenance checks and what do we have to do in auxiliary engine and main engine. Types of vibrations in ME and AE. How to control. What are detuners? Their construction. The difference between RTA and RT flex. In compact engine, what do you mean by compact design? What do you mean by compact design in main engine MEC? And what is B in MEB? Main engine, which all components? In MEC and MEB, which part is electronically controlled? Difference between MEB and MEC. Electronic engine and how it differs from MC. Difference between MC and MCC. What is angle encoder? The numbers. Explain angle encoder, why lag is provided, and the purpose. What is Sterlite coating and where is it used? What type of engine uses gear mechanism and is gear used on your ship? Where is gear mechanism fixed in the main engine? RPM of engine and RPM of propeller. Volumetric efficiency of engine. What is puncture valve? If it gets stuck during operation, what will you do? Crankshaft and flywheel. Connection between crankshaft and flywheel. What is tappet clearance in auxiliary engine? The thermal expansion coefficient and how is clearance decided? Which system fine filters are used and the size? What is reduction gear? Where is it used? If there is a 4-stroke engine with RPM 720, to what value will the reduction gear reduce to the propeller? How to rate the engine power? What is wear ring and where is it located? What are quills, the use and the location? Explain oil and water cooled piston, advantages and disadvantages. Thank you for listening so far. We will be back with more questions. Remember, having knowledge of the questions will enable you to remember these and answer them better. Study hard and you will surely get through to your Class 4 COC. Thank you.